Another requirement for them again is to participate in the oral symposium at the end of the year. That's usually in May as part of the research festival. I hope you guys saw what was going on this year. It was a pretty big success. This year, as in past years, in addition to participating in the oral symposium, we've had the students prepare a poster. That served two purposes. One is that the students usually are asked to present a poster at a national meeting. And the other is they can use that poster to present at Posterpalooza, which is another one of the research festival activities. The national meeting is one that's for all TL1 students. There's 60 CTSA awardees around the country. Not all of them have TL1 programs, but about half of them do. And this year, our meeting was at Mayo Clinic. We had, I think, 25 students, 25 schools represented. So the students either were asked to do an oral presentation or a poster. So most of them did posters, and so their poster serves double duty. Now, one thing that we may change this year, we haven't quite decided, is that we may ask them to present at Posterpalooza, not this year, but next year. As you know, most of the students are in third year going into fourth, and if they present their work next year, they might have the benefit of a little more time to finalize the product. So we're considering having them not do Posterpalooza at the end of this year, just do the oral symposium, their 10-minute presentation, and then do Posterpalooza as part of their pathway legacy product presentation next year. Okay, so as far as funding is concerned, the students get the typical NERSA stipend, which is about $22,000 this year. In addition to that, they do get a little pot of research money to play with, but there are some restrictions on it. So one is that they need to put aside some of that for their travel expenses to the national meeting. That should be about $1,000 or so. Mm-hmm. So most of your students will have another $2,000 or so for to support their research. They can use it for paying for tuition for courses if they want to take extra courses, supplies, a bunch of things. But there are of course a bunch of things they can't spend it on because of the NIH rules. So we told the students that they must talk to Kim or the financial people at CTSA before ordering something. Otherwise, they might get an unpleasant surprise.
I already got a request to buy a laptop. Just wanted to look at the guidance.
Hardware isn't allowed.
So the PI should be.
If you think they need it now, in the past, when we were flusher, we used to lend students laptops, and we have a whole bunch of them sitting around, but they're kind of oldish. We could look into.
They're off warranty and they're old, so that they probably wouldn't work very well.
Well, old is relative,
In terms of getting the appropriate security software and everything loaded, probably wouldn't work.
That's different. So if it's something that they don't, if they're not going to have any PHI on, potentially this could be an answer. Otherwise, it'll have to be something that you provide.
I encourage your student to let me know that they're looking for something, and I can talk to our IT people a little more specifically about their needs and see if some of the loaners that we have would work for their specific needs, even though the security patches might not be.
Right. So prior approval is really important. The research meeting this year is going to be in Atlanta in January. So that's where the students will be going at the end of the year. They may also choose to use their money to attend a conference in their own area. Since the funding is limited, my suggestion to you would be to allow that if they're presenting something. They may benefit from just attending too, but you may want to encourage them to hold on to that money until later in the year when they might have some results and something that they could present to me. One of the things that we students into a program whose primary motivation is to just buff up their CV to get into a good residency. But having said that, it is one of the benefits of being in the program. And so students are often very interested in networking with people, particularly the programs that they want to apply to. So they may want to go to a meeting in your area, their area of interest, and that's fine. But again, bear in mind there's budgetary limits, and you may want to maximize the yield from that by asking them to present something. That'll be a good experience for them. We talked about the evaluate things. Although I've told you that, we've told the students that we're there to help them, obviously we're here to help you too. And I would strongly encourage you, if you have any concerns, am I doing everything with my student? Is my student doing as well as they should, or anything? Talk to us and see what we can do to provide some insight and make some suggestions if there's some issues. I know reporting requirements. Kim, what did you want to cover on that?
Just that we'll be contacting you at different times depending on your funding source for your student, we'll need to know some things about publications, et cetera, so we'll just be in touch.
The next thing on the agenda here is the PUP program. Have you heard of this? So this is fun. It's a program where we bring students in who are undergraduates, pretty much over the summer, this summer, and we assign them to your students. So it's really their first opportunity to learn some mentorship skills. So each one of them is going to get a PUP, and the goal of the PUP program is to encourage undergraduates. We're primarily aiming it at underrepresented minorities, so they come from Berkeley, from SF State, from a bunch of places, to not so much go into research, which of course is our real dream, but at least get interested in health sciences. And so they will take the DCR course along with your mentee and potentially help them. So they're going to kind of work a little bit as a team on their DCR stuff. I told your students that the PUP is not meant to be their gopher, not a personal slave. It shouldn't be running and getting a coffee sort of thing. But the students really enjoy the interaction with people who are coming up the ranks, and some of these PUP relationships have actually blossomed into ongoing collaborative efforts and have been very successful. So it's an informal thing, and it'll be basically over, I think the TCR is over in September.
So they're taking the summer ticker course, is that what they take?
So over the summer, the students take two courses. One is design and clinical research, which begins in mid-August. And then the other is
First week of August, sorry. First week of August.
And then the second course is responsible conduct of research. So DCR and RCR. These are NIH requirements. Now, as far as DCR is concerned, the timing isn't perfect because they've already written the application, and one of the pieces of homework of DCR is to write an application. So there's two ways to deal with that. One is the student, for pedagogical purposes, could write a totally new application, or they could use the opportunity to refine what they're planning to do for the year. That's what most students do. So it's kind of up to you and the student how they want to play that.
And then do they have access to additional research classes?
So we offered all of them ATCR, Advanced Training in Clinical Research, which is a very big commitment. This year, actually, none of the students opted to do it. So there is a long list of courses that they would have done, which are still available to the students on an ad hoc basis. They're just auditing it, essentially. If they want to do that, they'll still have to pay the tuition. And again, they're not going to get credit for it. And it does need to be done with the approval of the course director, just to make sure there's space and stuff. Most of the time it's approved. And one of the
Sorry, Joel, and would that come out of their research pots, or would that be a different?
It'll come into their research pots.
Okay.
Then, you know, I don't, would never say this to the student, but, you know, if they've been spending their money prudently and they're out by the time they're done and they have a legitimate need, you know, they can always come and talk to us and we can see if we can help them drum up some additional support. We can't promise that, obviously. So I think those are the main things I wanted to cover today. Did I miss anything?
No, you know, I just was thinking about something as you were talking. The students are allowed to take 2 weeks of vacation, but that would need to be something that they worked out with you most specifically. We would ask that they let us know when they're not around, when they're going to miss whips. But that question has come up, so just wanted to make you aware.
So do you guys have any questions?
Is there, I just noticing the lips that there's my student schedule for, the first one when I'm not here. Is there, should we look to rearrange, or should I have a pretty small research group right now to me.
Okay, so yeah, I would work with you.
When are you?
The schedule is set in stone.
When is your schedule?
October 16th.
Who is your student? I'm sorry.
Stephen Miller.
Are you here September 4th? I can trade that easy.
Something I need to warn you about is that in the past, we've always had the whips in Millbury, which made it easy because you didn't have to think about where to go. But we then discovered that we were paying $700 every time we used it. So we thought that was the best use of money that we give to the students. So we're scrounging every week for a room. It may not be the same room every time. So you need to pay attention to where it's going to be.
That's what we had for school, but for the students.
If you're
Well,
also
we don't
interested in
have
doing one of the faculty presentations,
So
you should let us know.
I think it's being
Students love to hear about the work that we're doing, how we got to where we are, what are the issues that we have. So they're interested in both the science and the interpersonal part of it as well. So some of our presentations are just pure science, but most of them are a mixture. This is what I do, and this is how I came to here. This is what I wish I had done instead. This is what I think you should do. And then we have some just plain old academic skills sessions, like the publications, how to do oral presentation, how to write, how to do slides, very practical things.
So what you're saying, when we're faculty, we will make that little kind of comment about who we are and how we got here, or are we doing the talk?
You know, it's entirely up to you. You can run the session any way you like. We've had some people do more traditional research talk, and others just get up and don't use any slides and just engage the students in any way they choose. They're like obviously interactive.
And that's, I'm sorry, that's part of when our students schedule?
No,
You mentioned
no,
occasionally.
it's entirely voluntary. on
Oh,
your
okay.
part.
Yeah.
I haven't.
No, so we just need to be there when your student is presenting.
Right.
It may be convenient for you to be the faculty presenter that day also.
Thank you.
Peter Chenham, who's the associate program director, is the person who primarily organizes the WIPs.
I'm emailing him right now.
So we do ask that you read, of course, and sign this piece of paper, which, and I will say that your students were given something similar as well that they have to sign. And then one last one of our icebreakers at the beginning of the year, which will be in August, is a pool party. It's going to be actually at my house, out on the peninsula. So the students will be there. We've had faculty come too. It's been a lot of fun. So you'll be getting an e-bite. If you're available, you're welcome to bring your families. It's nice and warm on the peninsula compared to San Francisco. Other questions?
And I'll collect the agreements if you guys have signed. That would be great. Thank you.
So thank you all for coming and for participating in the program. Look forward to having a great year.